11 people lost their lives to species. Well, seven males, one male hybrid, one female hybrid, one females, one female, and two female hybrids. We lost lives at 10 minutes and 10 seconds. That hybrid Carnage clock ticket fast. With the great acts of execution, with the great axe death, I give it to the security guard. It cut vertically in half from head down by Sara. Honestly, it was executed by a split rig film in 2 takes. The fans rank it most savage death and symbolize the breach of Amelia going full predator as with an apex. The Wimpy Axe got to the door and maul off screen. The actress was uncredited and definitely showed more splatter. Originally scripted for a visible dress, but cut visually. Fans criticized it to be too tame, no body, no brutality. But it was no emotional echo effort. Honestly, the deaths are 112, with every one death every 10 minutes. The most brutal death was the security guard. The least impactful death was the dorm room. The hybrid legacy ends with, but Sara survived, and well, she actually haven't made. And the ending number 902, unexplained, possible, symbolic. Next week I will actually do The Omen 2006 and the final entry of the Species The Awakened. And October Lives Lost count begins, and I will actually start this off with the craft. I don't care if it's got only how many deaths in it. I will actually still count the craft. I did count Donnie Darko with just 3 deaths. So I'm not just counting the craft. Have a good day. Bye. The movie began with the Metro Golem Lion roar, and the meteor for the title card. And now they tell how it began with the atomic energy that they're not going anywhere. Now two army guys they are actually delivering Eve's body. But flashback to species 1 and 2 about the last. This will be the last appearance of Scylla, Eve's original actress, because she actually. Because if you're actually wondering why I did not count Eve in the last Lives Lost count, the reason why is because I will actually tell you. Now they actually see the gravel. Now they actually drove through the gravel road and they actually pull over. Before we get into the movie, the director is Brad Turner, who actually does Trigger Point and the 17th episode of Outer Limit, a sci-fi horror anthology. Now back to the movie. Now we actually argue a cargo and one of them is a young porpoise kill a co-driver at 4 minutes and 51 seconds with his tongue. Honestly, behind the scenes, they actually achieved practical and CGI override of Porpoise's tongue. The tongue design was a sharp spine that to mimic alien. The actor that plays Porpoise in Species 3, Joe Saffer, who actually had to wear a partial his actual younger self actually had the younger actor that played him had to use a perspective to actually. The van actually is a soundstage that honestly the co-driver death was meant to break down the military control to fail to kill the hybrid, and Brad Turner, known for Our Limits, opened the epical of horror roots and telling a hybrid decay that Dr. Bruce Abbott, honestly, the actor that played Dr. Bruce Abbott played Timur D. Bags in Prison Break, Samuel Sullivan, Heroes from Season 4, Angus McDougal in my favorite series, iZombie, from 2005 to 2018. And also, if you actually want me to cover iZombie on the Lives Lost count, or just cover it for a review, let me know. And Rodney from Twin Peaks. You also know his noble role is hitman, a corrupt politician, a mastermind, military, a villainous mastermind in transport, a corrupt politician and hitman, 2007 movie, Jack Reacher as Never Go Back in military. In Mockingjay, Hunger Games, which, hint hint, I will actually do Mockingjay. I will do Hunger Games. If anybody will actually want me to do a Hunger Games Lives Lost count, let me know. Good night and good luck. A journalist in the history, Percy Jackson. He's the villainous of William Talk, also known as Clock King. He in Arrow, Chicago Fire. He's in a lot. Porpoise is the kid that actually Porpoise is actually the kid. Was actually Patrick Ross's kid. I am not joking. And Eve is fixed to have a baby. And at choking her at 6 minutes and 50 seconds, he just snapped Eve's neck. She doesn't even see her daughter doesn't even see her daughter. Eve is transported in Amelia, I presume dead, and Portrait's happy. Honestly, Natasha Hedrick is back as Eve, still from the previous film, but this is her final appearance in the series. Because, honestly, the problem is with Species 2. And that's why she was killed off. And the next snap execute using practical effect and stunt the choreographer with an actor, which is a young kid, perform the kill. The birth through the death sequence design symbolize a collapse of the new birth lineage, which is Syl. Then they use Eve's new birth. Then they use Syl eggs to make Eve. Then Sara is actually Syl's daughter. This is Ashlyn and Tom and Bruce. The cow is walking and gone because Sara and the new virus, the T4, is a killer machine that kills cells. And Dean actually run to class late. The perfect predator. Dean said the virus can't be the predator. Honestly, if it spreads and we're the prey, yes, it is the predator. And Dr. Turner actually would not fund his project, so he will say his scholarship is over. So Sara she actually will want lobster if she's hungry and eat the lobster from its shell. Savannah Fields is play. Chris Neame actually played Dean. Played Dr. Turner. Actually played Dr. Turner. Who misjudged Sara. License to Kill played Fallon, a Bond villain. Draca A.D. Johnny Alucard, Dracula's assistant. And a lot of films, even Jedi and Jedi Knight and Dark Forces. Robert Dunn, who actually played Dean. He's in Crew Attention 2, Sebastian Belmont, the lead in the prequel. He's a supporting role in Brian Leeds. If anybody would actually want American Psycho Lives Lost counts for both American Psycho 1 and 2, let me know. He in Skull 2 as Ryan Summers, another sequel lead. Why he actually a sequel? He is just friends as a comedian. He is Super Collider, Tormentor, and Space Motion. Sara is a pie, and she doesn't have a name. Name because Bruce never gave it to her until now because she was named after a Sara Lee pie box. So Dr. Terror called Dr. Abbott. She is the third generation and the most important thing in her life. Honestly, he actually treat her like his own daughter. Now, she they say impossible. Also, now Abbott and Dr. Turner. It's actually Porpoise. He's sick. The other is sick. He tried to help, but Porpoise died of his injury. It was in pus. Tangles came out at 28 minutes and 59 seconds. Porpoise arrived with an illness. His body collapsed and he began to decay. His immune system failed, and his dad confirmed that secondary biology is unstable and vulnerability to common herb pathogens. Porpoise is Joel Strasser, who actually in the roles of Agent Shield. The tentacles erupt, Mix practical and CGI designed to echo cocoon process from earlier films, but in reverse, it collapsed into instead of a transformation. His death scene was to symbolize a fellow hybrid evolution set in a space. Opus is a few characters of species that appear in both species 2 and 3, making his death a bridge between generations. Albert is shocked about his death, and now he actually will find Sara see a bird, and now her hand pulsing. It's cocoon time. Dean see Popper's dead body. It's a half breed. He actually want his help because he doesn't want he alien a human then. Now the disease is actually he need the cure that help him. Now Sara comes out of the cocoon as an adult, and Turner appears at the Abbott house. You see the lab. Now Sara, fully nude and adult, she going to sexy time to stop. Honestly, why people forget? Sara smells your smells your abnormality. It happened with Syl, so it will happen with you. She kicked Turner out, but he forced herself. And he kissed her and he said stop, and he said don't be such a prick tease. And she actually changed it to her alien form and stabbed Turner in the head with her head tentacles, kill him at 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Honestly, Turner, played by Christopher Neum, who is not a veteran for villainous of AD 972 or License to Kill. The tentacle kill was designed to echo Syl iconic head spike from the original species, but visually evolved look. It's actually more controversial in this scene impact sexual violence, but some version forcefully kicks it toned down and edited. Sara rejection that symbolizes the shift of purity and survival are flawed. They arrive Abbott and Dean. See Turner dead, and they want to call the police. Now They, you know, they say Sarah's produced the eggs, and the honestly, he going to give Dean credit for next year if he keep it a secret. They actually buried Turner, and now it's actually biking day at the school, and she actually sends abnormality, and she say you don't look potential. She actually sit on the bench and are you alright? Colleen said. She actually say she is actually looking for signs of life because she was abducted by aliens. Turn here, and she actually see a track, and she found her mate. You saw that, and she actually runs up and trip, and her arm was run back, and Colleen freak out and run. Her mate is taking pills. Now, Dean wakes up, and his roommate wake up. They honestly Turner had regret to Popper's body. Dean got choked by Sara. Dean say Sara is friendly. I would say stay away from her. There are 3 generations: Sil, Eve, and Sara. Now, honestly, since the kids of the astronaut strain, which is Patrick Ross, Sara has no genetic partner. They see Project Athena now rejected. Rorschach, they have rejection cells, but someone is becoming how possible, and they not have sex, and only sex, but something wrong. He's dying. You turn back on us. He dying, but he doesn't go on the count yet. He doesn't go on the count yet. Sara adult form detected. Honestly, her arm regrows is generate faster, and echo still transformation from the original species, but more involved. Young Sara was actually played by Sunny is actually played by it's Sunny Makabe, who actually plays Sara, who is Tiffany and Snake on the plane. There's snakes on the damn plane. Charlie Mayweather in XXX State of the Union. He'll be Effigy and play as young Bonnie. Once Upon a Time as Glinda the Good Witch. And a lot of good series as guest star roles. She back and play chess, and she actually pick up quick and didn't burn herself. Amelia is actually looking for there's somebody that is a hybrid named Amelia that I'm looking for them. They need to find this girl. Ruskas need to find this girl. I would say not to have feelings for Sara. Now Cobb's at the college. Sara wants a blood sample. Sara is naked and she actually wants Dean to take them. And it's a hybrid fight because now Dean saves Sara, but he got bit on the leg, and Abbott got stabbed in the heart by a tentacle from Yosef at 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 12 seconds. But don't worry, the male hybrid died of shock, being shocked, and died of an illness, but only after Abbott killed it 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 17 seconds. But the death is made from a prosthetic chest wig and a CGI overweight designed to mimic a heart piercing. His final life is a shock and failure to realize that a hybrid experiment turned a he was executed The scene was meant to mimic so betray kills from Species 1. The dual deaths and the second generation hybrids mark a clear path to Sara rise from the third and final evolution. He died at the end of the hybrid half-breeds coming from. Now he passed and took it long. Yourself that kill him. Now Dean want now they actually have to give eggs life and Abbott body, and honestly Dean dumped Abbott's body and burns it in water. Dean looking for Sara. Dean is in Abbott lab shut down. Dean saw Sara at his college kissing her and want to do it, but she actually saw what she is and she want to continue his work. Is her true form. It's not what you up to. Amelia was the man. She actually had the disease. And Cobb, the gas attendant, got killed off screen. But don't worry, his body was shown with a hole in his head. At 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 20 seconds. How? She punched a hole through his head. It actually mimics a species. Where the guy wouldn't let her go, wouldn't let Sil go, and she actually just stick her tongue right through it. But the kill was toned down due to sexual assault violence. But honestly, Kava is dead. She actually took her glasses and ran off. And left behind the body. And she actually come to the college and and Hasten let her fresh up. And she wet and naked, and he lied, and Hasten, don't lie. Just make her happy, dude. Don't let her. Not mad. Dean got back, and he see Amelia, and she actually mauled a girl to death at 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 39 seconds. He had the breakdown. Honestly, she was uncredited, but Amelia just maul her. Maul her. But honestly, the kill earlier spill Celia's still off-screen kill in Species 1 reinforced the theme of hidden and collapse. Dean is Amelia found Dean, and she going to go find Sara. She grabbed Hastings and drove him to Sara and the agent Roscas again and his positive feed. They want to make a new baby that will beat the virus, and didn't want to hurt Sara, but now Amelia stopped Hastings and told her to work to and her immune system is weak and affecting herself. Amelia say, if all I need is help. Now they're making babies. Now the gas. They actually took the baby's eggs. Sara Amelia. Her eggs. My eggs, Sara said. Sara go and to Ashley crash in and just a fake. If I actually did say Amelia, I meant Sara actually cut in half, up and down, 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 13 seconds. They actually passed the eggs and turn on the Tomac and Dean and she spears a worker in the chest with the tentacle at 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 26 seconds. Wait, it's not her, it's Amelia. I thought she was killed. Oh well. Now I'll grab Amelia and close the shift as Sara and Amelia inside and think. Explosion and Dean is upset. But honestly, Sara. But I will actually mention. Honestly, they use a prosthetic rig for the worker. The worker's speared scene. Was used for. You don't want to eat them. I did say spare. I meant speared in the chest. The Tomac chamber was built on a south stage that fog, strobe, and Amelia and Sunny final scene. Amelia stunts, double emphasize. Faces say you're awake. Now he actually. Now wasting him actually at Washington. He tore down the posters that Hasten went to. It's a boy. And Sara, they're both alive. And Dean, she had turned out after she actually dropped, she actually survives. Hastings say. Dean said, "Don't freak out." Sara holds him, and he created the boy that will actually mate with her. Honestly, to tell you the truth, he made the boy his own son sterile. So what happened if she figure out he's sterile? He doesn't know. And the movie ends with 2-0. Have a good day. Bye. Welcome to the Lost Lives Count, where we track victims of horror movies, anime, action flicks. Halloween episodes or any TV shows that showcase kills, music and beyond. I am your host, William Prouty, and I am all Nexus all the time. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing Species 3, released in 2004. The only two films that Eve is not the main focus of the story. It's her offspring, Sara. Which does actually appear on the Sci-Fi Channel, but turned out that while this and Species The Awaken is the final two movies, Sara actually, along beside her caretaker, Dr. Bruce Abbott, who, well, honestly, there's actually a disease that affected hybrids. But let's just do it. How many lives did these new hybrids take, or how did the virus took the hybrids? Let's find out and get to the lives lost. How many lives lost did Species 3 have? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Wait, there's an alien. I can see through my vision. He said, he actually have a sign. Get to the numbers. Get to the numbers. Let's get to the numbers.